Welcome to Ish I Saw on TikTok. In this series, we look at TikToks and some stitched responses where something very prevalent in dating today is discussed. Then finally, I'll provide my commentary at the end of just me being myself, unfiltered and unadulterated. Hi, I'm Janelle, the relationship coach behind The Successful Invisible. I work with successful, savvy, wonderful, professional Black women, single professional Black women who are 35 plus and are seeking just better dating options and have no clue where to start. Check out my links below if you're interested in working with me one-on-one or in a group coach setting. The goal of exploring some of these TikToks is to spark discussion and help you to develop more awareness, including self-awareness, in some of the patterns you've either engaged in or allow in your own dating life. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Ladies, he's just simply not that into you, all right? Listen, let me help y'all out. I'm gonna give y'all some signs, some tips, let you know that old dude is not feeling you in that way. So pay close attention. You want to know more tips and secrets? Click that follow button. Us men are very simple, ladies. So here's number one to let you know he's not that into you. If he always says that he's extremely busy, sorry, I've been busy, that's why I haven't been able to make time for you, this and that. Listen, if a dude is really into you, he's really feeling you like that, sure, he may be very busy on his business ventures, his job, his career, whatever it may be, but he's still going to make you a priority to a point of wanting to hang out with you, all right? If he does not make it a priority and he's always saying he's very busy, he is simply not that into you. Number two, if he does not hit you up, like after 24 hours or like within that 24-hour time period, he is definitely not that into you. A dude that's into you, he's going to text you. He's going to call you. A lot of men, they going to call you. I'd rather call the shorty. You know what I mean? Like texting is, I'd rather call you. And number three, if he doesn't really maintain eye contact with you while talking to you, you know what I mean? He looks over, he's distracted. He probably looking at other girls, other women, this and that. Yeah, he's definitely not that into you. Like and share for part 2.
Ladies, here are some signs that he has no interest in you. Number one, he never texts you first. Seems simple, right? But still, y'all are still doing this shit. Where you text him all the time first and you're wondering, well, maybe, I wonder why he don't text me because he don't like you, baby. Feel like you're always the one sending him a message first. That is because he does not like you. He is not interested in you at all. And building off of that, it takes him a long time to reply to your messages. I'm not talking about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm talking about it takes him days to reply. If he's taking days, I don't give a who it is, bro. If they're taking days to reply to your ass, it means that you are not that important. If a guy really likes you, he's gonna be quick to respond to you. And if he's busy, he's gonna tell you he's busy. And number two, this comes back to number one, really, because it's just all about texting today, I guess. Just because someone is texting you back doesn't mean they're engaged in the conversation at all. Here's something you can ask yourself. Is he texting you or is he simply just replying? He's super lazy and super boring with his texting, which means he probably doesn't care that much. And as always, hit that follow button for part 2. Ladies, here are some telltale signs that he doesn't like you. If you like content like this, make sure you hit that follow button. I do this every single day for y'all. God damn, I just wanted to say real quick that these teeth whitening strips really do work. Holy shit. Number one, if he rarely ever asks you to hang out or do anything, if you're always the one asking to go to the movies or go to dinner or whatever it might be, there's a good chance your man does not like your ass. Number two, if he's not going the extra mile to give you the attention that you need. I always tell women that a guy who's really into you has to kind of be a little bit obsessed with you. Now, I'm not saying he needs to be Joel Goldberg. That is not what I'm saying. He needs to be very interested in you, which in turn, he will give you the attention that you need, okay? If he doesn't, kick his ass to the curb. I am at a very busy mall in the parking lot right now. I hope no one's waiting for me. If they are, they're gonna have to fucking wait. Number 3 is him not replying to your messages and replying super late because he's busy. Now, if he actually is a busy man like myself, he will tell you he's busy and get back to you later. If he's just not replying at all, girl, move the fuck on. Number 4, when you have to question shit like the relationship, he don't like you. A man who really likes you is not gonna have you questioning anything. He's gonna show you through his actions. Number 5 is when you feel like you can't count on him. He's just never there for you. If this is ever in your head, ever crosses your mind, you better trust your intuition, okay? It's probably telling you what you need to hear. That's it. Have a great day.
These are the signs that he's just not into you. He'll usually text you once a day, and usually it's late at night when he's done with all the other things. He's hot and cold, so he'll give you the impression that he's into you, but then the next day, nah. When you ask him about how your outfit looks today, and he replies by saying, "Oh, yeah, it looks great. Everything looks good on you." He doesn't care.
Alright, ladies, I'm about to give y'all 3 signs that he do not like you. And I'm making it so y'all can know what to look out for and not be getting strung along for the ride and this guy's not even interested in you. Alright, so let's get straight to it. So for number 1, if he keeps his distance, which means he wants to make sure that y'all do not become close to one another. He does not want to build that emotional connection with you. That means he does not like you. Number 2, which is probably the most important one in this video because most men are very shallow. So if he is not physically attracted to you, if he is avoiding physical touch, like hugging you and touching you, that means he does not like you. Number 3 is if he is not interested in the things that you do, that means he does not like you. So ladies, these are some of the signs to look for in a guy to know if he really likes you or not. And if you are experiencing any of these, that means you are wasting your time and you should try to find someone else who is interested in you, who actually likes you. So take notes.
Things guys do when they don't like you, subtle edition, coming from a master manipulator, okay? Remember when you were young and in school and there was that one boy in class that always bothered you? Like he was always getting on your nerves. He always had something to say to you or about you. He was just constantly annoying you. Yeah, if he doesn't do that, then he doesn't like you because that doesn't go away just because we grow up. Have you ever noticed that if someone is looking forward to something, they're always talking about the future, like what it will look like, what it will feel like, the emotions they might go through, what they're expecting from the situation or the circumstance, right? Same thing with you. If he likes you, he's going to talk about the future. If he doesn't like you, you'll never hear him talk about the future. This last one is like super, super subtle. It probably won't even make sense to a lot of y'all. If you go to the gym or you go for a run and you come back from the gym, you know, you're a little sweaty, you got a little bit of the, not BO going on, but just your natural scent going on, and he dislikes that, like he wants you to take a shower immediately, he does not like you, not even a little bit. Things guys do when they don't like you, subtle edition part 2. Number 1, let's say you go over to his house, right? And you guys are just planning to hang out. And every time you're with him, he's always like, let's watch a movie or let's go out somewhere. Let's go out to eat. Let's do something, right? That's a bad sign. That's a really, really bad sign. And I know what you're thinking. He probably just wants to go on an adventure with me. He feels adventurous with me. That's a good thing. He likes me. There's a difference between wanting to be adventurous with someone and constantly needing stimulus to be around someone. If he always feels the need to have something going on when you're there to like put his attention on instead of putting it on you, then he doesn't like you. Number 2, let's say you get a promotion at work. The next time you see him, you're like all giddy and excited and you're like, oh, I got a promotion at work, or, you know, I aced my exam that, you know, I was studying really hard for, or whatever the amazing, awesome story that you have to tell him or thing that happened in your life is. And let's say when you tell him, he's kind of like, oh, cool, I guess. Yeah. Vibes, dope. He doesn't like you. Because if he liked you, he would be emotionally invested in you, meaning that your happiness is his happiness. If he doesn't get excited about good things happening to you, he does not like you. Number 3, this one is so subtle, like you won't even really notice it. Really have to be tuned in to notice this one. Let's say regularly you're used to his like demeanor and personality being like very like, you know, he laid back, like, okay, cool, like I mess with that. Okay, I mess with that. That's vibes, you know. And then all of a sudden, you guys go to hang out with your friends, like your other girlfriends, and all of a sudden he's like, yo, nah, that's yo, no, I went back to the yeah, and then we was there. And you see, he's like super animated when he's around your girlfriends, but when he's with you, he's not that animated. I'm sorry to tell you.
Things guys do when they don't like you, subtle edition part 4. Let's say you guys go out late night to like Popeyes or something, just to get something to eat, you know, you guys hungry. You guys pull up there, you get to the register, you ordered your food, and he's like, oh, I left my wallet back in my crib, my bad. You think you could get me? I'm gonna get you on the next one. Now there's no problem with you paying for his food and him telling you he'll get you on the next one, but the key is, he said he'll get you on the next one. If he don't keep his word around you, and I'm talking like consistently, like he's not keeping his word about stuff that he says either he's going to do in general or he's going to do for you or with you, he don't like you. This next one is a little bit toxic, so some of y'all might not agree with this, whatever. Let's say you guys regularly text each other, and one day you're like, oh, this weekend I'm about to go out. And he's just like, okay, cool. And he doesn't say anything else, that's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. And some of y'all might be like, wait, what? You're just okay with me going out and doing whatever, and that's supposed to be a bad sign? How is that a bad sign? Hold on. Just wait a second. I'm going to explain it to you. Just wait a second. You didn't give me a chance to explain it to you. He's going to question you if he likes you. So that's just the reality of life. No guy that likes a girl is gonna hear her say, I'm going out. He's gonna be like, who? With who? Where are you going? What time you leaving at? When you gonna be back? Type. You gonna be, no, don't tell me 9:30. Is it 9:33 or 9:34? Which one is it? I don't wanna hear no round estimate type. It's the truth. I'm not here to lie to you. I'm here to tell you the truth, okay? So if he's not questioning you, he doesn't like you. Which leads me into the next one, which is kind of related to the last one. So when you tell him, okay, we're going to hang out on Saturday at 9 p.m., whatever it is. And Saturday at 6:45 comes and like you actually have like something going on, like an emergency came up, whatever came up, and you have to like flop on him. If 6:45 comes and you text him like, oh, I know we had a plan to hang out tonight, but I can't anymore. I got this and this going on. And he just goes, oh, that's perfectly fine. Like, I'm completely understanding, you know, that, you know, you can't make it. And he doesn't like you if he's not upset about you flopping. I just don't know how else to tell you. No matter what it is, you could have been in a car accident. If he likes you and you flopped on him, he's gonna be angry, and he should be, because if he likes you, he gonna be invested in the time he's about to spend with you. That's gonna be a bummer if he's not. Things guys do when they don't like you, part 5. These are all toxic, I'm gonna warn you right now. If every time you bring an issue to him, or like a problem you're having with him, or your relationship with him, or something that he's doing, and he's always like, okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, and he has nothing else to say. He never has a rebuttal, asks questions, or like goes back and forth with you. He never argues. Trust me, he doesn't like you. If he agrees with everything you're saying, that's because he doesn't care. Number 2 is he wants the best for you if you guys break up. I'm gonna tell you to you like this. There is no guy on planet Earth, that wants you to be happier with another man after you finish with it. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Number 3 is toxic. So I'm gonna warn you right now. He lets you talk to him any type of way you want to talk to him. When a guy likes you and he sees a future with you and he wants you to be his wife, he's very keen on making sure he sets the right precedent on the relationship. If he allows you to just talk to him anymore. Like when you guys argue, you call him all types of names, you hit him in the face, you do all, like, he just lets you go off on him and he don't say nothing about it ever. Like he never calls you out, he never puts you in your place. He doesn't like you.
Let me clarify for those that don't understand. If he says he wants to see you and says he'll let you know, not interested. If he likes your story and likes all your posts and sees your stuff but doesn't ask you to hang out, not interested. Not interested at all. If he's in a long distance situationship with you and doesn't come to see you, not interested. If he takes you out and doesn't call you back within a week, not interested. If he FaceTimes you every night and calls you every night but doesn't see you, not interested. If he's always just a little too busy and doesn't have the time, not interested. He takes you out on a nice dinner and it takes him a week and said, hey, he's sorry, he's been busy, he just got back to, he ain't interested. Not interested, all right, girl? I'm gonna tell you right now, unless the only way he shows interest is, number one, if he asks you out. I don't care what remote thing he's doing, I don't care what kind of long distance situationship you're in, I don't give a goddamn shit about any of that. And number two, he commits to you. Those are the only two things. Like I've said in my last video, there's only two ways you're gonna know if he's interested. Is he asking you out, and is he committing to you? Doesn't matter. I don't care how many times he FaceTimes you. I don't care how many times he likes your story. I don't care about how much he says he likes your mom and he wants you to meet his family. I don't give a shit about any of it. Unless he asks you out.
Four signs a God doesn't like you. And if the last one relates to you, he for sure does not like you. I have to give you the plain, hard truth. So let's get right into it. Number one, he treats you like everyone else. If a God likes you, his demeanor, his mannerism, the way he speaks to you will be all different. You know what I'm saying? Hey, baby. Like, it will be different. He's not going to treat you the same way he treated everyone else. Come on, man. He doesn't remember the things you tell him. If a guy is really into you, he's going to remember the details of your conversations. He's going to fully give his undivided attention to you and remember everything you tell him. That man really likes you if he does that. If he doesn't, he's not all that into you. He doesn't remember. Oh, I don't remember. He's not into you. He's going to remember the things you tell him. Number three, he doesn't make time for you. This one is obvious, but y'all still take this like it's nothing. If a guy likes you, it does not matter how busy he is. He's going to make time for you. He's not going to be texting you, oh, I'm busy, or replying to your messages 4 hours later. I get it. Some people got work. Maybe he's at work, blah, blah, blah. But he's going to make time for you. It doesn't matter how busy he is. If he's not making time for you, he's not all that into you. And number four, this one gets taken for granted every single day. Somebody's taking this for granted right now. You are the one watching this probably. Okay? You know within your gut is telling you that he doesn't like you. You have a feeling. Listen, if a man like you, you will have no confusion about it. He is not going to have you confused if he really likes you. You will know within your gut. Listen to your gut feeling. If you're confused, that man is not all that into you. Okay? Come on now.
Let's jump into my favorite part of all of the content I post on YouTube. And that's just my thoughts, where I get to kind of express what I feel about whatever we have read or gone over. So let's get into it. So what do you do when you determine or come to terms with something you already felt deep down when you're dealing with someone that this man just doesn't like you? He is showing you signs. He hasn't said anything because he likes access to you for some reason. Remember that the way men are socialized, I'm definitely speaking for American culture, but Western culture, and I truly think all cultures, is to get as much from a woman in a situation as possible and to center themselves in every narrative and to take advantage of people at worst. But if they're emotionally mature, they will see it and understand it and do their work to unpack some of that mindset. That's a different video. But all in all, when you come to terms with or discover that the man that you are dating, dealing with, talking to does not like you, there is only one response, and that is to cut off contact and block him. You can have a conversation to break up for safety reasons. I highly suggest that you do not do this in person. A lot of times we won't understand people's triggers until we're in an unsafe situation with them. So I don't recommend doing it face to face. Trust your instinct on it. You may be dealing with someone who could handle that, but oftentimes it's not the case. Either way, you need to remove yourself from the situation and revoke all access to you, your energy, your person, your utility. Leave them alone. Simple answer. Leave them alone. Is this tough to hear or realize that someone just doesn't like you? Yes, it is. But part of dating with impact, intentionality, and success is hearing those harsh truths or facing those harsh truths and then reacting accordingly. So in this case, just leave that man alone. Don't say anything to him about being angry, about being upset. He doesn't care. Your emotions are not important to him, because if he was a thoughtful person, he would have never been engaging with you knowing that he didn't like you. He would be at a point of emotional maturity where he would have not let the situation get to whatever it is when you come to this realization or discover this truth. So he's not at that place. And that's a him problem to work on and solve, not a you problem. But the point is, you need to do the things to protect your energy, and that is revoking all access. I know I've seen people say, blocking him means you want him and all this. Screw all that. We're adults. If you're seeing someone is intentionally engaging with you, because a man that's unintentional or a man that doesn't care about you, he does not have a problem wasting your time because he's getting some utility from you. And far too many women in this day and age, younger, older, mature, professional, still in school, doesn't matter, are giving away so much of themselves, not just sexually, but they're doing all these things to make a man's life easy when A, you two aren't in a relationship, B, is there equity in what's going on? There is not if he does not like you. And C, they're doing this to earn his approval because they have some internal work to do. But this is for grown folks over here who are very self-aware, who are in the process of working on their healing. You leave this man alone. You don't need to fight about it. There's no discussion that needs to be had. You don't need to be manipulated. Trust your instinct. He does not like you. Drop the rope. Revoke all contact and everything else. And then in your own time and with people who truly love, honor, respect you, and want to see you win, that's where you work on your healing. But cut off contact with this man. Revoke all access to your person and everything else. Do not help him. Do not feel the need to explain. And because if you try to explain, a lot of times the case is going to be, he's going to manipulate you back into a situation that is not the best for you at a minimum, up to and including not safe for you. So, and that could be safety in many different respects. So if you're figuring out that he doesn't like you because of signs that you are observing, trust that, because that's what it is. Men are very clear in their actions, even when they're not clear with their words. Thank you for joining me today for this episode of Ish I Saw on TikTok. Signs he doesn't like you. Watch this video again and reflect on some of my commentary in the section where I'm giving just my thoughts, because I think some of you need to hear it again. I'm seeing far too much of this in the clients I work with to know that a lot of women don't want to see the signs. It's true, it's harsh, sis, but we need to face reality. He just may not like you. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in working with me one-on-one, check out the links below. Also, check out my podcast, The Successful Invisible, next season publishing soon, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Until next time, this is your relationship coach, Janelle, signing off.